Alright, so on YouTube, welcome to the video. Today I'm just going to sit down and do a Q&A. I don't know how long it's been since I've just kind of done this, but yeah, that's what this video is going to be. So sit back, relax, and enjoy it. If you're not interested in Q&A, then in the next video, I'll be doing like a normal vlog with a whole bunch of stuff going on, so stay tuned for that. What got you into fitness? So I started working out the summer going into high school. At the time, I was the same height I am now, and I was 118, 119 pounds. So imagine me now at the same height at 119 pounds. I'm 180 right now. So I was a twig, and I wanted to be more attractive. I wanted to get muscle, get abs, and honestly, get girls at the time when I was that age. What is something that you really dislike that you do? I am extremely forgetful with little things, and so on a daily basis I just misplace things. I lose my socks, I lose my keys, I lose my cards, I lose my all like the little things that I should just like have on me. I will lose my wallet. I just forget for some reason. I feel like I'm a very big picture person, and all the little things I just kind of, I don't know, I'm very scatterbrained. That's my kind of downfall. What's the story with Up? I started an energy drink company months ago, and we've been kind of quiet. And I'm gonna make a full video on the topic, but I will say I am in a lawsuit. This is my very first lawsuit, but I will also say, and it's been a lawsuit for months and months, but I will also say that Up is making its comeback mid-December, like in a few weeks. So yeah, I'll give you all the details in a later video. That's all I can say. That's all I'm gonna say now. That's all I probably should say now. So trust me when I tell you that. But a full update will come as soon as the time is right. If you would move to another state, where would you move and why? Fun fact, I've always lived in the same like 10-mile radius from when I was born to when my parents moved from their apartment to the house that I grew up in, to my house now in the gym. It's all within a 10-mile radius. So I'm very familiar with this area, and I really don't want to move. I love this place as home. I love Sugar Land, I love Houston as home base. I feel like I travel so much that I just love being familiar with my surroundings and having my family and my beautiful little sweet Nala here, and I can never, ever, ever, ever leave. You don't wanna leave. Do you wanna leave? Nah. Will you be doing summer shredding this year, and how long are you gonna diet for? So guys, this year, the final end date, the grand finale, the big day for summer shredding, I'm like 90% sure it's gonna be on June 1st. So mark that in your calendars. I'm gonna tell you more about everything like as it comes, as it gets a little bit closer, but right then, like June 1st, that is the big day. How long am I dieting? 2 years ago, I dieted for 16 weeks, and that was a pretty long time for me to diet. I feel like I was kind of drawing it out a little bit too much, and last year, I actually set myself up for 90 days, if you guys remember. It was like a 90-day challenge. I actually had to move my show up at the end because they wouldn't let me film, and so I actually dieted for like 75 days or so, and I got to peak conditioning in about 75 days, which is about 10 weeks or so. And I know I could do that again this year, maybe like 8 to 10 weeks. But the issue is I feel kind of, not bad or anything, but I feel like I'm kind of cheating a lot of viewers out because a lot of viewers do want to diet for longer periods of time. I recommend people dieting for longer periods of time. It all depends like what your starting point is. And to be honest, I'm not like getting overly heavy this year. Like I've done a really good job at kind of maintaining a leaner physique, and I'm only about 10 to 12 pounds over my stage weight right now. So it'd be kind of ridiculous for me to diet for like 16 weeks, but I want to give you guys the content. So I don't know, comment down below what you think. Are you done buying sports cars? And if you buy another one, will you actually keep it and not sell it? Guys, like right now, I just don't have any desire to buy anything or really get anything. I will say like on a nice, beautiful day, if I'm driving, I'm like, man, this would be a nice day to like, you know, drive down with a cool car or whatever, but I really, honestly, like I said, just don't really care right now. But I'm sure I will get the itch later on, and I think what I kind of learned from the last car I had, the Aventura, is that I enjoy cars more, that I literally drive more, and the Aventura was like so big and it was so much to kind of drive on a daily basis, and so I would want to get something that I could just drive a little bit easier, more as like a daily driver. But would I keep it forever? No, I don't look at cars like that. Unless I bought some sort of collectible, maybe I would keep it forever or a really long time, but I kind of look at cars as like, I buy them for a purpose, which is enjoyment. I'll use them, I'll get my enjoyment, and then move on. That's kind of how I look at them. But yeah, next question. Is Buff Bunny okay being the third wheel in you and Max's relationship? Max is actually coming down on Wednesday, and so is Heidi. It's pretty funny. Do you regret broadcasting your whole life on YouTube? If you could restart your channel again, what would you do differently? I don't regret broadcasting my whole life on YouTube. I think it's really like turned me into the person I am today. There have obviously been mistakes along the way. I started YouTube at 19. Think of yourself as a 21, 22, 23-year-old. You know, I've made a lot of mistakes. I've handled certain situations in ways that I could have handled way better and more maturely, but at the same time, it's like, literally you live and you learn, and people make mistakes, and nobody's perfect. Not anyone on YouTube, not any person in the world. It's hard because like being so open, you don't know, you want to like keep things private, you feel like you shouldn't say everything, but people want to know everything, and it does become hard to sort of decide how much to share, when to share it. Maybe you didn't do that in the right context with like what's going on in your personal life, and maybe you, I don't know, there's just a lot of variables, and when there's always people that have, you know, opinions, it can be difficult, but I don't regret anything. But with, yeah. Do you ever wonder what your dog named you? What's my name? My dad. Favorite headphones? Out of all the headphones I've ever tried, in the gym, out the gym, whatever, the Apple AirPods or AirBuds are my absolute favorite. They've never fallen out of my ear. I like how if you take them out or like double tap, they just pause. They're really easy to connect to your phone, and yeah, they're definitely my favorite, and I highly recommend getting a pair. How is fitness in your life now compared to when you were a few years younger? For me, fitness used to be like what I would do to get away. It'd be my time of the day where I would shut everything out, shut people out, shut work and everything going on out, and just go to the gym, lift weights, like do my thing and get in my zone. Like that was years ago, right? Now I love fitness, I love working out, I love the process, I love going to the gym. I love everything that I loved then, but the difference now is that because fitness is part of my job, and I'm not just talking about like just going to record, like I can do that no problem, but especially with the gym, having a physical gym and kind of having duties to attend to and people to talk to, and you know, guest passes and everything coming in on a daily basis, it does take away a little bit, to be honest with you. I'd be lying if I said it didn't. It's harder to stay focused, it's harder to not like get distracted, or it's hard to like shut people out when you're the owner and you just really can't kind of be that person at this time without just being a dick, honestly. And yeah, I still love it. It is a little bit different than it was. It's a different dynamic. I hope that it come across like I love fitness and I love working out. It is different though. Would you ever grow out your beard? Tell me what it is. What do you think about this? Do you like it or no? I can't decide. I feel like when it gets long, it's just kind of like long and doesn't really have any shape to it, so it just looks kind of funny, but I don't know. But then if I shave, I look like I have a baby face, and I don't really like that. Are you ever gonna have Joe Delaney come to Alphalete? Joe and I are talking to him. He seems like an awesome dude, and really funny, just genuine like guy to talk to, man. I feel like we'd definitely be friends, and so I definitely wanna link up with him very soon. I said definitely like 3 times there. Do you ever think you'll have enough self-respect to grow up and not use shameless clickbait? I've been doing clickbait for years, dude. You know what? At the end of the day, if you're an author and you write a book, you want people to read your book. You want people to see your work. And to me, as long as clickbait's not like completely out of nowhere, it makes no sense with the video, then it's literally a marketing tactic to try to get people to watch the content you put out and hopefully try to take something away from the videos, something positive that you spend a lot of time and a lot of effort and a lot of money like putting into. And yeah, so I don't see anything wrong with it. What did you learn from this Black Friday sale? We did our first Black Friday this year, and on Black Friday, we did 3 times the sales of a launch. Throughout the whole weekend, we did 3 times the volume of a normal launch, it was insane, guys. Like thousands of orders. And what we learned is our EU did fine because our EU, we have a distribution center, but here in the US, we ship to the US, we ship to Canada, and we ship to Australia out of our warehouse here in Houston. And I think we just need more space, because we can have about 10 to 12 people working at one time with how much inventory we had, like how clustered it was. But it normally takes us about 5 days to get a normal launch out. And because we can't really fit more people in, we need people working 24/7 next year. But we don't have 50 people that have worked with us and know how to package orders, and so we really need to take time and have a bigger pool of people that understand how to work and run 24-hour shifts. So hopefully we can get everything out in that 5 to 6 day time frame, even though it's 3 times the volume. But this year we just didn't have the amount of people, and we're about 75% done with all the whole entire weekend's orders now, and we will be done within a few. We will be done within a few days. So thank you guys so much for your patience, from me, from Derek, from the entire operations and warehouse. It was our first one, and we are learning a lot. And just thank you guys for being patient. Would you ever consider acting? No, being on TV or on a movie or a show just really isn't something I'm interested in. I don't really like being the center of attention, as weird as that is coming from like a YouTuber. I was really shy growing up, and I still consider myself like a fairly shy person. Yeah, I just don't really think that acting would be something I would enjoy. When you go out for a meal with Heidi, who pays the bill usually? And it's really cool, because I would actually say over like all the trips that we do, all the traveling we do, all the dinners we go out to, everything that like we'd even like going back and forth from San Antonio, because she lives 3 hours away from me, in Houston, we split everything like super evenly, and like we don't even try to. It's more of like an instinctual, I feel like you've been covering a lot recently, let me cover stuff for the next few days for this week, or hey, remember you paid for that Dubai flight, let me get this flight to Alaska. And we have a really good way of balancing that out, and I think it's freaking awesome. She's a business owner. She has a lot going for herself. She's an extremely hardworking person, and I think it's just really cool that we can kind of bounce that off of each other, and kind of honestly just not really have money be like in like a topic that we have to like feel weird about, or like a conversation we have. It's just, I don't know, it's a really good dynamic, and I like it a lot. I'm appreciative of her for like meeting me halfway all the time in everything that we do, not just financially, but you know, driving back and forth and family time and all this stuff. So yeah. While we're on the topic, I got a ton of questions on marriage and kids and proposing and all this stuff. And reading that stuff, I'm just like, oh wow, okay. Heidi and I have officially been dating for 1 year. Our 1 year was actually yesterday, December 3rd. I asked her to be my girlfriend on December 3rd in Pittsburgh at a Penguins game last year, but we had our first date on Halloween. So I never know to say, have we been dating for, yeah, we've been dating for a year when you go on a first date, or is it when you officially like are boyfriend, girlfriend? I've always done kind of boyfriend, girlfriend. So, but I know some people don't even ask, hey, you want to be like my girlfriend? Kind of cheesy. Some people just, hey, we're kind of together, so we're together. But I don't know. We've been dating a year, and things have been amazing. Like, we have our distance, we have time apart, but we spend, honestly, like at times weeks together in a row, just going back and forth and flying places and traveling. And I really, really just enjoy where we're at right now. I enjoy our relationship. I love the girl, and no plans on proposing or anything like that soon. I know that kids is something that I want later on in life. Like, having a family is something I'm genuinely looking forward to. But with that said, again, not anytime soon. With my lifestyle right now, I'm never even freaking home. I only get to see Nala like once every, or a few times every month, and I'm not in a position to do that. So that's all I'll say. Later down the line, that whole thing is something that I would want though. Will Max ever bench 315? You know what, let's give Max a call. He's been blowing my phone up since I've been doing this Q&A. Yo, I'm doing a Q&A right now. I got a question for you.
Oh baby.
When are you gonna bench 315?
You're so funny, bro. Well, I've been about 10 pounds shy for about 2 years now, so I think it's gonna come before 2020. I think that realistically. 2020.
All right, bro. I'll see you Wednesday. What's the hardest thing about owning companies? I would say the hardest thing about owning companies is literally just knowing and accepting that it never stops. You will be working it's not like you're slaving away working all day necessarily. Like ideally you get to a point where you don't have to do that, but there are times, and on most days you're kind of on 24/7. You're on, not when you're sleeping, but you know, late at night you have to do some calls, you have to finish this, you got to do this, and in the morning you're doing it really just goes on all day, and it's like a never-ending cycle, and you kind of have to accept that. You don't like clock out at 5 o'clock, go home and just be able to shut everything off. It stays on. I practice trying to like kind of flip the switch off like later at night, but to be honest, it's nonstop. It's go, go, go. And I think you definitely have to love that dynamic. You have to love that if you want to be a business owner. Sorry, I'm still sick, man. How's your mom after surgery? My mom and my dad are doing great. Last year, my mom went through breast cancer. Actually, this year she went through breast cancer, and she's been doing incredible. So thank you so much for asking, Omar. All right, guys, so that's gonna end this video. Hopefully you enjoyed this Q&A. Give it a thumbs up if you did, and we will see you in the next video.